So first of all, thank you, Tashi, for coming and sharing your story today with us, the Tibet Oral History Project.
그래서 더 드린 당고발라 될래야 수수 냠뉴시가 패워들이야 안닝 타고는 도체슈유스.
And tell him once again that His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to collect these stories from older Tibetans to preserve their experiences of their way of life before the Chinese came to Tibet.
그래서 더 겸그름이 건들라 디카낭송스 겐고솔이야 잘친체 아니데 건주 니마기다 로규디게데 인 드룹체라 도스 아니 저지마 몽베게다 메럽치 펜소제도 벤데카낭송스.
And if the needs to take a break, just let us know anytime during the interview.
그래서 다 디네 건주 발라를 티버그 값을 파라래야 파생 샤고 했는데 그때는 찹상을 배고할 소와야 파생 샤고 했는데 태가야 숭으로 제스 태가 숭으로 제스다 간다 파생 샤고 있나.
And if there's anything he doesn't want to talk about, that's fine.
그래서 다 디멤버야 지금 소소문에 지금 믹스해고 했는데 얘는 디그레스 셰는 디그레스.
Could we hear his full name?
발라게 민차단 숭으로 제스.
Tashi Nyima.
My name is Tashi Nyima.
And does he give permission for us to use his story for the Tibet Oral History Project?
그래서 다 발라게 단다 지금 소소기 냠용다 로규 소리지마 숭두 참바 다디 먼저야 단대기 아니 베베 마토 로규기 배주 땅에기 땅 초배 공부 여러 베스 배주 땅나 디그리 베스
Indigro what they are tempering ya shegrual. Naroj Jekonlangal Tempase share do.
yes that is sungol and he said I remember when I was 8 years old, you know.
Oh, wonderful.
Everything.
Wonderful, that's fantastic. Because many people don't remember. So tell him.
Lo Jekonlan Shuayo.
제자다 리페하고 좀 망보지기다 된데 전부 수익이 민두스. 이내다 단다 대 권한도 수에 가라스나. 단다당 어디 계제 발라데 파르케 계제 티지기와. 디게디다 제마 신달 템베나 미신달 템베나 테 초그르베스.
어때 저도 좋아. 뭐 저질 매발때.
Of course you can use this.
It's nice. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's nice. I don't know how you're going
Thank you.
to stand it up, but it's...
Just give me a moment.
He's still...
I just realized if the light gets less, I'm going to be in trouble.
Ask Pala if this were shown in China or Tibet, would it be a problem for him?
제자다 계시 단다 디팔라기 파르캡샤베다 계제 티샤바든조 별다 게나다 와템바이나 팔라라 믹세 강에 가이테기르베스.
나 전난 로 먹어 봐다. 난들 때마도 가지 놓다.
So I'm going to stay here anyway, so there's no problem at all.
Okay.
로고야 매발라.
Just about
다 파일 비빈자도 저라가 누구 때문에 하고 매마도 나 로고야 매래다. 난 로도 사자고 말이야. 마도 또 론치 분들에서.
So I'm old enough to go to Sajagamba.
Is that the same cemetery?
So
Now we get that joke.
if they, if they are going to do something maybe to my relatives in Tibet.
Is that a concern?
Yeah.
That is a concern.
Ini kaya pala kondola tem hat madena sungora karaya.
스노멜
Nama.
민이 뒤속매
No.
크리스천의 시조로지. 나로 뒤여러와.
He pala someday minde pagel konzo yang dubutang.
가지 마라. 가지 마라.
I think nothing will happen to them.
He's not
I-
concerned. Okay. You don't think we have
미
a
주친 보 말아와.
problem?
미 노초로와.
It's very,
He's not concerned.
yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. So we'll get started. So first of all, I'd like to find out about his childhood in his village in Kham. And can he describe his village a little bit, what it looked like and what his house was like?
제가 당보디 뒤숭게 그러나 빨라 계란기 다 지게 수수기 통습시어 왕바치 디가나 대시 지켜로지스. So I'll ask the first part of the question.
Yes.
Okay, just
Yes.
explain his village.
Well, what it looked like, because I don't want to get into too many locations and things like this.
그래서 다디 간데 발라기 슈제 롱바데 간데를 지메다.
차갈로바.
네, 다디 간데 지메 지 대시 지경에서로. 먼저 배나 벨루구빌 도마뉴에나 벨루구빌데 덴데 지어 세치게 사제 대시게 저와. 디도 축수지디 수수 롱바데 대시게로 지.
다디지나 내가 롱바데 짜다래. 들려 차갈로나 차카 그래 차. 추디아코 컴바토를 루 되니 샤브된 걸로 차카 그래.
사차그로.
차차로 그래.
롱바데 밍다.
차갈로 봤어.
So the name of my village is Tsakhalowa.
공갈라마서 종. 공갈라마서 종.
And the
마서
name,
종지어로 공갈라마래.
it was under the Kongar Lama zone, the district, under the district of Kongar Lama.
What did it look like?
The
If I walked over a hill and saw his village, what would I see back then?
간다세.
제가 계시야 제 리갈 침배나 다팔라기 단다 디어와 롱바디 간드르 지어레스.
롱바데 막 쿠구지어. 내고는 공바차도 그래. 라고 공바스래. 이 롱바데 막 쿠구도 넣어라는 차카게 그래. 차. 막게 차줘야래. 되니 공바 도자지야 내지 어려와. 된 걸로 루. 아니 샤프 된 걸로 안에 차도 까운도 그래. 된치 차 그래. 되니 차도 파종 줘래.
So it is, I think it's a sort of valley, you know. It's down the hill, and there they have this water, and if they put that water on the roof or store that water on the roof for some time, it will become salt.
Oh, is that what they did for a living in that region? They dried salt?
Yeah, there's dried salt, and the name of the Tsaga means actually, the name of his village was Tsakhalowa because Tsa means salt.
Salt.
So actually, you know, you can get salt from that water, water nearby.
So is that what the livelihood of his family was?
그래서 다디 차디 다 추디야 토가라 두스 다 종종전 제거로 와.
네, 좀내 소샤요로 와. 대제 가사 갈라 소샤요래.
So on the roof of the house, they will make a small sort of thing. What is that? Where they can store the water, you know. Yeah. So in that part, they will make that kind of thing on the roof. And when they put, so they will make a sort of a small, reservoir, open reservoir, you know.
Reservoir, yeah.
Yeah, on the roof of the, and then they will put water up to this level, you know, and within 7 days, it will become salt.
It becomes salt. And so just ask him, is that what his family did for a living?
그래서 다디 넘버 저기 지금 초와계당 소리 지르베 다
뭔가 차와제동들이
초와계당 다
들 lumbadige 차와제동들이
yeah and
다 나데 니마치길 나가 말해 레지 존치 빠래 원갈라마스 존래
공갈라마
나마스 존래 다 나서도 신갈 내가 지고 신갈
차디 제 신갈 내가 가지고
차대 야래 야 니마치 야론 차로 와래 맞아 공갈라마도 초바가들 요래 제가 차요를 바갈라 차요 다 니마치 마요는 앞에래 내가 신갈 내가 지고 신갈
알다 종디네 니마 종 요사디네 니마 직 마용
마요는 앞에
so if the district where his village comes under, you know, if I come from there for one day, you know, it's a 1 day distance sort of thing from my village. The district is 1 day journey from my village. So our actual livelihood was farming.
Farming. Yeah. So the salt was like a supplemental income kind of thing?
Salt, actually the salt water is in the district, in that.
For their own use?
For their own personal use?
Yeah, district office, near the district office. 차 요사되다 단다 종코랑 요사들와.
종코랑 파가들 요러와.
내일 차 요사.
안에 딜 파갈 요라, 주 제갈 요라, 주 파가 제갈 디디로. Sambayo mare. Trees in the what the Padarawa. And the could do all like Tapadiata. Didn't walk catch in it, do the Pagale. Pagan says Sagal Jews.
Tingle the country.
This in Numa Lasha Jure.
Numa
Numa
like
Lasha.
this was a current.
Oh, that didn't know what you are. What a temple man drink the Joroa. Then the Majasan, then he cook Gonichi Celaya Yorova, Tapadal Guni Yorova, this Celana, they need to water the Yajitan, Gelan Topachi, and third sequence. Then they could do.
So the district, there were, villages, across the river and this side of the river, and they use some special kind of jacket to cross that river.
Okay, special kind of jacket?
Yeah, sort of made up of bamboos and something like that. He was explaining. Actually, I couldn't explain that,
Was it so if they fell in the river they would float? What was the purpose of the jacket?
Tapaden the Celana. Tapaden the wall, Timul Padaroa, and they tin on the Tapaden Guni Celana. They are like the Palkaba down, Tapaden Niliorova. They told them how much the tail catch, the Nichu. Somebody over a tree.
So there was no bridge at that time, so they used to cross the river like that, with the help of something they are going to make sort of a jacket, something to wear around.
And they walked
Would they
across.
tie the
Yeah,
jacket
they
to a? Did they tie it and sort of go across on a bridge, use the jacket like?
Did they tie it
pulleys?
to one another?
The chigil damgi yankora,
Wrong down.
you have to tie it for yourself, so that it's nichik to each other, right?
Michil.
For a single person.
And ask him what the purpose of the jacket was. Was it to...
Dadi kwe de karre, into kwe de karchiere.
Today, Nato Karsa. The Yadan Rig in the Quage, Tapazusha. And it till one goes Oshawa. One in a machine, Matsabchin. She troubled in the Zaurawa. Tishun be the Tinikut, the world of Gorawa. Then in the Munitzel, then in Tel Parachija, Diltopachija, then in Golko.
I cannot understand his language also. So it's just something like made up of yak skin,
Yak skin.
The,
So it was waterproof.
yeah, sort of waterproof.
Mm.
They wear like this, So it's sort of maybe,
Tabamadu get tension.
Was the river too wide to build a bridge across?
just that, but the somebody catch Purjuras. Somebody.
Jachimbuyor. Jachimbury. The Gaziana, Pakan Rijinzitur.
It's very wide.
What was the name of the river?
Somebody mean
That you say.
Dachu.
And were there any stories, legends connected with his area?
Nami ton number Zocho, Sonyore. Zonchi Chishu, then Dishuri. Balleton la Mandro. The Ballad the Dachure, Nagpai. Dini Ionas and Jamu Muchuri. Tsarumban Yalio.
So there are 3 rivers going through that village, that area.
Dichuchi.
One is Drichu, the other one is Dachu, which Dachu comes in. Dachu actually flows through their village. And Chikara, Muchure.
Jamu Muchu sing it at Tsarum last day, Simula, that's a Tsaza Imuner.
The other one is Muchu. Muchu.
Zayum.
Were there any stories or legends attached to his area, related to his area?
Pala Gitatanda Lumba Dilia, Mixegia, Chik Nyima, David Dung in the Kayores. Lumba Dilla Deva, you make Dung in the
Luba Dilla Deva in the Tento Toyare. Relations of Merache and Nadegas, Desachu Orova. Tento Make Yungore, Tema Yungore, Tau Yungore, Tre Yungore, Zizi Yungore, Dana Troy Yungore, Ne Yungore, Nilubadro, the Kanga Yungur, Chutoya Yorochu.
So we have that natural irrigation system through through that river. So we used to grow maize, barley, different kinds of crops.
체
Huh, so it's a very fertile area.
자우 자카 조 네
So wheat, barley, so there are many crops, different crops.
Ask him about his own household. How many people did he live with in his house?
Pala kirana nangya nangmi kazu tsuyos.
나노를 보시도 아마 지기 보시도 보무시요 제 아바가 회그 재미들 보무지요 대조도 마사 되네 나만 로차를 차로 아 나노를 메시 제요지 보시 보무시
And power ama yomaranya.
요래
So
쭈지요 나가
4 brothers, 4 sisters, 2 parents, and 1 girl was the daughter of the previous wife of my father.
Oh, his father had another wife. Did she
yeah.
pass away before?
And pala ki nyima ki kime di ko chongore karese. Kime tangbu di chongore karese.
나게
Mare pala ki pala.
어디 집에 동성네
Yeah.
보무치야데 아마 지요로와 아마도 미용하래 단단데 선도로 뭐 지고 패이래
Mare. Tanda pala ki kime tangbu
지
chorwa.
어디
Di chongorwa.
어 좋아래 지 좋은데 패이데 미용은 쓰자들에 지 단다 선도로 뭐 지슈도와 어 선도로 뭐 지는 같이 뭐 주대 받아잖아
So she died, my father's first wife died, and after that he got married with my mother.
So it was a big household. Can he describe his house? Does he remember what his house looked like?
Nang chik pala chirangi nang di chik deshe kyunges nang di kante yoris.
아 너무 내서 야줘라 남이 좁으래 나 꿀리 줘도 되고요 라서 루서 봉고요 따요 바주어 가시지요
Kangba di lajor.
콤바멜 라주드
So my house, I was a poor, farmer. I lived in a rented house.
What did it look like?
Kandir kangba di. Kangba kurang kandir chicks.
콤바 춘주지요 집에 가요 멜락으로 와
It's a
배샤 떼고 말해요 아주 배일래 콤바를 배샤 떼고 말 콤바 이하러 왔던 대슈스다
So there actually we don't have to pay for the house. So somebody will just lend you the house, to use it. So it was a very small house.
Very small house.
Excuse me for 1 second. Serena, when you speak to Rebecca, speak more strongly, more like you're speaking to Paula. Okay? It's something I learned last night that we're not hearing.
Okay. And what does he
You speak loudly too.
What does he remember doing for fun when he was a kid?
다 춘주 값수야 빨아야. 제모제디 담아 제모 간들을 제게스.
semna zedile da nga so deni thapa thane shukja thapa thane chigre ane shad jawar pyonti boya pomoya chi de boya chi de deni shad jaw pyonti chi ne ni shad jawar thene sama call ni mare shad jaw semse
So we used to have tug of war.
Tsakhalowa.
And also we used to dance, there would be girls on one side and boys on one side, and throughout the night we used to dance using that instrument, piwang.
Piwang.
Yeah.
Piwang.
Yeah.
Did he used to play the piwang?
Pala piwang tang US. Yeah, I can play piwang if you have piwang now. If you have piwang
Oh,
now,
it would be really great.
I can play it.
We'll see.
Maybe we can find one around
Tell
here.
him we'll ask if anybody has one here. We'll ask them to play later.
That jela pala tang chugin sa piwang rahasana.
Does he sing also? Does he sing?
Je tang shingi bes. Yeah. I know how to sing. Yeah. Now I'm old enough and my voice is not too good.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be great. Oh, excellent. So I'm curious about when, how did he receive any kind of education when he was young?
And pala chundu ine lobjong den ka nang new wes lobjong.
Lonjo mani kundu mani dutu dol tral kodu Till pesa tegre.
So when I was small, I used to actually,
Mani
A little
dulu.
louder.
I was small, I used to actually inscribe money on the stone.
Oh, really?
Mani pe me hum.
Oh, my
Talgo.
I don't feel inscribing.
Yes, that's perfect. And who taught him to do that?
These two lapses,
Abage.
my father taught me.
Ah, and his father, he said his father was Pulama. Was his father, did his father do any give religious instruction?
Pala gave any church lobjong in the Nang West.
Chu aba yegi yabushi re. Ta nga zo de ne lama chal dora ta ya top den ro chen ta ya lang re lo chen. Tene nga zo la gong ba lama yora. Ta na de je sondo ro chen. Je sondo ro chen ta darang sa la shu do ala. Ane zi ku sho sing yore tene ma lama mumbu yore la. Wote lama ka ga zar chi shu aba ti do ra ma. Tilinga lo je ya ji.
So my father was well educated, and he used to take me to all the lamas nearby, including the Samdo Rinpoche, Kukongma Dirba,
Kukumadir kukuma.
previous, Samdo Rinpoche.
He was Kalantriba, the good one's Kalantriba now?
The Prime Minister?
Yeah,
Kalantriba, the...
yeah, Kalantriba Sungyurwa.
Kalentiba.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us more about that and what kind of?
Tidi nga lo je.
At that time I was 8 years old.
8 years old. And what kind of instruction does he remember receiving from Samdom Rinpoche and the other lamas? What did he learn from them?
Chesa Dinzu Gyune number Palalia, Lobjong Karrazos, that's Lama Dinzu Gyune, Lobjong Karrazos.
Chi. Tanda dokoya de le tal dokoya se me oti doji chepa. Ane de mane dudu dajangoro. Ane nasha disha siji pute kanga adi kosha. Tol abal ta te kun.
Dida Abella Bra,
Re.
Lama Tsane, Lobjong Karrazos.
Lama ko la khande chi yarwa.
So,
Lama na so ta chi ne khande chi tambaram bor jitamba kola ngachoina. Tamba te no le shudo ade. This what I had mother Shira Maba, Muron Suatayare.
so I learned doing prayers from them, and I learned from my father, I learned how to inscribe Oman Pema, Oman Bezanguru Pemes.
On
So
stones.
those, what's a mantra? You know?
And he was inscribing on stone and wood or just stone?
Dog Gangla Wadadi,
Dogonar.
Sing Gangla.
Tragon the trap. Dol Makosere. Lamaki. Dola Chume Jamaica Pura Wall Martin Sharwa. Doli Yama Dolitina Yorwa. Dil Koshanga Kagama Sakal Martin Sharja, Jamaica, taking a window.
The Talma.
Tal Shul. Ona do Kore, Till Yamadoli Yorwa, Chijon the Gaza Kong and Till Kore. They should Jamila or they don't go to Mass over Lamaki. Ziku singing. They go to Mass Lama, the Jamaica, the Kangasara Mati, the Mendoza. Dojat.
So before actually they were inscribing it on this stone or limestone, sort of the black one you can see. Yeah, on that, and later actually these were actually put on the floor, and Chinese used to walk on that. So one of the lamas at that time, Zi Lama, he told me to inscribe it on the rocks.
On the rocks that were you couldn't move.
Yeah, on the hills.
On the hills. So that's what he did.
Yeah.
So when what did his father teach him about the reason for inscribing the manis? What did he teach him about the purpose for this?
Tadi dolia that is Omani peme hon siela soba benzanguru
Wow, Bezagrupa.
Oma benzanguru peme sedi hon sedi zu kwe in jumzendi kares pala di
You said
kares.
that she did the parents. She's on the Copena Yorova. Tagona the Chapena Chimudua.
So maybe for next life, for the benefit of next life.
What did he used to think about when he was doing inscribing? What did he used to think about?
그래서 다 된저 지금 도강라든데 마닉 그에서 benza그룹 그에서 거들 이급스 팔아야 삼로로 갈 거거든.
산도 코야 문도 보고로 왔대 내가.
At that time I was a child, so
You don't remember?
no,
Yeah.
그거 받고 자는 것도 계산은 너야 막.
I didn't think anything.
루존이 줬어.
Yes.
And what happened to the stones after he made them? What happened to them? Did people take them into their houses? What happened to them?
알아다 데 돌을 샤겨다 마네다 된저 제일 아니다 답하게 지선에 된저 가와를 샤겨res. 수키도 타라데 제일 거 아니마 당복도
뭐만 공한테 랑가 칼라는 동부 조샤로 가. 디 데바제 바긴 개동부터 제 말에. 디가가 내 잠이 맞는 샤를 사가.
마 당보 돌팅 샤겨든도 술로 간데 간데 세워.
하나 집어야죠. 집어 내가 지저러 와. 디팅가들라는 전고지신. 전고도 올라는 도강가야 디디지. 근데 동부지라 지테 질데 밖에 동부터 제 말에다.
타랑도 두 스틱 샤러.
어디샤 알랑갈 파디. 안에 체온 딘데래 용 파도 디든 로야 델 파도네 동부 파셀 라카라 저르디 메타디 나초 타바트가 좀 투구요 말에. 진델 셀해오로 진델 반도샤로. 고란다 도고적으로.
아니 케버츠 파도 샤겨.
내가 아줌마들 야상 그래. 진고 디티가들 안에 야마도도 많이 디진 배상으로서 디샤.
So actually they will make one small stupa sort of thing, and then they will arrange these inscribed stones in a particular pattern, So it will go till first camp.
That's how far? How far is first camp?
It's 2 kilometers away from there.
Kilometers?
So people used to circumambulate across, around the.
Wow. Wow. And how old was he when he started doing the inscribing work?
제가 디팔라게 된데기 끄게에다가 응아든지 끄게에게 찰레는데 로카주지나스.
조니 저선지.
I was about 12 or 13 years old.
And when did he first start noticing the Chinese in his area?
사반들 배한테 하고 말아 보고로. 그거네 가봐 고조로. 맹 배사대로 와 배사대 나는 고조.
So actually I was paid for doing that,
That was his job, was
Yeah.
his profession.
Yeah, he was paid for that.
Does he still do it does he do it now at all?
단다팔라게 된저 지기 위해서 내가 된저 끄게.
매치.
Not anymore.
따뜻 맞이는 루좁대나 나 따디술 로샤로와 따뜻 제어로와 제술 로샤. 티니 맞죠. 자날 집에. 자나마 지사단 잡고요와 델마치. 티니야 자리 거요. campi 거요. 파샤 거요. 야 라산로. 하산치 자갈래요. 아니 건가데 자갈데 야가다 못 파스 로 파일 마로.
So I left that at the age of 17 and then
접지.
went after mules, and I used to go to China.
He was transporting
Yeah,
mules?
he was actually transporting things on mules.
On mules.
Yeah, he was, and then he used to go to China to bring something from there and then sell it to Tibet. Then he used to go to India. So it's sort of a business he was doing at that time.
He used to go to India.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
really far.
So he used to stay in India. He used to spend his winter and then go back to Tibet during the summer.
Oh, really? So when he went into China and that early age,
뭐잖아요.
yeah,
창화, 장계시,
these are the places he
These are
went.
the
Chang.
places.
모고시 노대,
Changkishi.
장계시,
Changkishi.
장계시 지도로 대만으로 와. 어디 뒤들 곧 로차래. 장계시 대만 로차도 민도. 드니에는 장계시기 다 메시지 얻어 와. 드니 잠이기 단다. 세신 나빠잘라당. 드니 가시 메타동 마시고. 어떤데 제디도. 바바 아마 세 잡으시고 범어트서 딴데 가지도 나타나는 아주 뒤 차군 차 사도 딜래 저마 차요 와디 딘다 툰서
The pala thong.
nga thons nga ti dil lochobji
So actually, when I was around 18 years, at that time the Chang was actually escaped from China to Taiwan, and then during that time his people were tortured by the Chinese, and the people were killed, and the women were women had to cut their hair after this, and I personally saw some of them eating the grains that they used to give for the mules,
Because they didn't have anything else to eat.
Yeah.
Tell us what else you saw when he went on these trips into China.
That
This is really interesting
that
history.
the pala the nyembu shu to the loju do ji chaw yores, any shinda kar tong so spagela tanda janala peje kar
ta diri ma to mesesa michu ya di menda chi ja dil michu dri sha go dil sa mu ta ane te gale thapa chi jang do thapa dil ane shambu chi de ne jang ki shi ho lo mo tu shi ho lo la du mo tu shi po ho lo jang ki shi ho lo ro wa menda dram de ti sha
the pala siswe.
ma thos so
So then 10 peoples are lined up, and then these people are, actually, they will say something, Chankishi Holo, Mautushi Holo, something like that. And those who say Chankishi Holo, then they will be, shot.
If they were loyal to Shek.
So actually they were put near the pit dug out by the Chinese soldiers, and then they were shot there, and they automatically fell into the hole.
He saw this.
Yeah.
And does he want to tell us anything else about this?
At that time I was 18.
Does he want to tell us anything else?
Shinda can swim USD gone.
Yamba yale on the dinning at over yet and a Julia. Santa Kegoto, Chuti Tombo Mata Kegoto, Kegos and the meeting, make a Gatin Zonju, Rongo Cobano line, Mammy Pura Cobat, Tachi, Sand. Kotulu Bejilkoya, a Combano line, Chala Kandu, Menda Kandu, Tini Kandu, Kanga, Kotata Sand. Nasu me pura Paguru so Shire. Any Sony any Kodabuchi, Chol Chala de Yoga, not Melagro, Chol de Yoga, Melagro, Melagro, Nala Lawson, and Melagro. Then it's his day, then it down shot it.
The Para Janani Pedura, Locazus.
Chubjit, I look Chubjit. Mamma Tema Mambudore. Lhasa limu, Jagano Mando, Julro, in my southern room, and that day Union said,
You lady pay such a way.
Mare, John Satan Jabo, John Sachare. Chari reached him to a charich, or the pin him to a pin, Hasha or the Tansat or the John Satan Jabo said.
So then in our village, when Chinese came there, we were actually called for the meetings. The villagers were called for the meetings, and these Chinese, they have torches, Chinese army, they have good torches, and then some of them go to our house and check whether we have guns or something like that. And then in the morning they will ask whether you have this or not. So then if they found somebody telling lie, they will tie them at the back, and then they will torture us.
When you say torture, what exactly happened?
제가 이게 라고든지 담 제대로 좀 가르치기래.
동자쇼고 동구도 똑바쇼고도 동구도 내 단알 수샤고 여러가
and then they will put us in the prison, and then they will kick us, they will beat us.
Was he put in prison also?
Pala Chongan Chukswe.
Chumasu. Matangol Matuji and Nachito Leo, Tangama Mandore, Abama Lobby. Tabaman, Madame Mato, Yashu, Matochi, Tajami, Yabuchi, Dusangan, El Madra, Abama, the Copa de
So my father was there. Actually, I told my parents that now the Chinese are, actually not good, so we better leave the country, So, and then he left the village, actually.
Did he
At
say,
that time,
did he say?
when he saw this, he was not in the village, but he was in some other place, so he saw these Chinese doing all these things. And then later, he actually contacted his family, somehow, and told us. And then he came from that. Before he was arrested, he came from the.
Before he was arrested?
No, before he got into the hands of Chinese, he left the.
Oh, I see. He left before 1957. Yeah. How long after he saw these things happening in China, when he was trading, how long after did that start happening in villages in Tibet? Like, what was the period in between?
저도 그 뒤주로 저번에 자나라다 녀주 셰제데 중요로 와. 이니야 별에다 건조 갈라갈지. 제제디 뒤주 가서 치면했어. 이 para 거기
Tini lo tiada. Jitu buja shichu tamang lo de ngada beronzen besime. Jaga ronzen thoji nga jagal herta.
말다 디 어저 자나라 건조 기지가 마우드시 메든 저기 녀주 셰고 와.
Nonju shigo.
이시에다 별을 셰고 와.
Belise.
야 레벨에다 별이야 건조 기디 그래.
Anda dille.
제 뒤주 가서
Jille.
규세데
Jille on de sondoro buchi pai delle. Tini ngama mandoreta. Tanda nga yonchi buchi jagal nga jagal tin.
규레데 상도를 무지게 들베
Sondoro buchi pai lumba.
아유르바 말다 딜레벨 뒤주 봐라 뒤주 간데지 거래.
Tati shiyam duda.
So I don't remember actually, but the Chinese first came to this village, Gu, which was the the village of the Sangdurumbache.
That's where they first came.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Eastern Kham.
Yeah.
And when he was seeing this happening in China, before he'd seen it happen in Tibet, did he imagine that this was going? Did he worry that this was going to happen in Tibet? What did he think? Did he go and try and warn people? Like, what was he thinking about? What was, was this going to happen in Tibet in his mind?
제가 근데 자나라 팔아기 단수 시요 와나르죠 땅어지. 즉 점이 장게지 미리 두고 땅어지 시요 와. 근데 별에 두두 근데 차그리 삼바지 소소 선배날 중외 근데 디너지 소소 선배날 코원나지 신다돌 근데 랍주 중외스.
그냥 파만일 러비.
맞다. 근데 시도
말라는 소리 내가 요래. 나도 맨날 저러 와. 솔직히 내가 말어. 이게 파만일 러비 마대야. 아야 로조 까지 갈래. 라살에 로동 갈래가 로동. 나도 야고 문도 자네 야고 제상 말해 실라베다. 나좀 줘보러 와. 파마도 좀 두고도 문도. 보고도 좀 두고도 문도. 미치리 시제 간가 주요요 제 간가 두고도 와. 맨 노조지어로 와. 두고도 문도. 두고도야 매로 그 감매로 방으로 와. 가야 돼.
So actually I told this to my parents because at that time we were very poor, and even if I tell this to somebody else, they won't believe it, So anyway, at that time Chinese were not torturing the poor people; they were actually torturing the rich people, because they know that they are not going to get anything from the poor people. Torturing them.
Was there any resistance when this did start happening in Tibet? Did he, at that time, early when he first started in Gu, in that village, was there any resistance happening by the Tibetans?
제가 귤을 근데 내주 개미 그냥주 땅 제가 내주 근데 중류도 좀 봐. 아니야 혼들에 갑대 자야도 제 제여les어.
갑대 자야. 전주 뒤로 니서야. 전주 생애대 min no cho ya ko jami ya zo sha ti tro sing de me chim bure de chen tro le an de men da de tre ko la cha kanga tre sha ro ti tro de zo kanga ne rel chen ne be lo rel de shudr teni ana dana de manji ri che ro wa ti nga zo ne disu ka so de chuju gondo o chuju gondo ge teni ana jamile khate chare sa ma janna ga ya nga zul di chamas de dam majis chusun diu chagu ko ma de yo mares a cho to go je bil diu pura ne jina lare lare jong khong we yo res chamas ko ta shu se ja ta ma bu shen je du gra
Actually, later on, the Chushi Kandu soldiers, they actually fought against the Chinese. And at that time, Chinese told them that you better surrender because you have not much bullets, like us. So you better surrender. So at that time also, some of the poor peoples were actually gathered and given the arms and ammunition for them, by the Chinese to fight against the rich people were there.
But that was later on, right? He already
The Chushi Kandu came later on actually to fight against.
He'd already gone by then. He said earlier that he decided to stop doing manis on small stones, and he went and did it on rocks because the Chinese were walking on them. Can he tell us more about that? And did he see that, or it was something that he heard that they did? Because this was earlier on. So can you just describe the circumstances around that?
제가 다기 이 팔아기다 단다데 마네 티기어와 마네 티 인데 잠바 제르다 제르 마네 든주 타게 카운티와 디 파는 게미 든주다 디가나 도 든주 간 티샤와 든주 에네 게미 든주 콤바제와 든주 팔아 케랑기 시스웨스 So I actually saw the Chinese walking on them.
Why were they walking on them?
Karjan 콤바제 거스다 디가 karjan 게미 든주 디가 karjan 콤바제
아주 야만도 딜 도짜디샤 아주 짜리든가 요러와 콤바노를 짜리든가 요러와 어디나 디샤 가신의 카말로샤도 가신의 가야게.
So actually these stones were actually kept as steps to walk on,
They made them into steps.
Yeah.
And did they do it to be respectful? Was that their purpose?
That kundu kyakya chene chige ko kara chulia kushemene chigiyora kares.
차차제 배차강가 말롱지는 사갈 마저샤 지주.
So this was actually done by the Chinese out of disrespect, and later they actually put the scripts on the floors.
How did that make him feel when he saw that?
that didn't mid centrusing에 mid 두가 지어와 자밀 가능에 지어와 어디서 배차는 지데 배차되는 나서 때도 손동 받은 강가에 누워 어디서 강가 포로만 사갈 제시.
So at that time the poor Tibetans who were actually, towards Chinese, they used to do all these things.
The Tibetans who were sympathetic to the Chinese used to do it also?
Yeah.
What did he think when he saw this?
He told it somebody in Nepal, Karsamsos.
Did you power a chesama? This is so, yeah. Puguro. Shula Teresa and Habo, Miguel and the Chichioma. Did he cheat at Jimmy Shiva? Puguro.
So at that time I was a young boy and I didn't feel anything.
And later, what did he think when he thought back about this?
Jail samlo roje karukorzo.
Jelly and the Chichi was at Toro, a Lama jet, and a Lama Chi, and Pan Yoba, and in the Lechin and Tipa Yoba, and the Sumo. This song there, then she in the General, low chamber or low chumchum or hammer.
So later when he, had the chance to meet many lamas, and then from them he came to know that religion is very important, and so in that way he thought it is very bad to step on these things.
What happened to the previous Samdong Rinpoche?
아니 니마 다다 단다 상도름 부지 꾸 공마디 송거와 꾸 공마디라니 가르쳐오레스
그거만 실패서 같이 요 말이지 데디 자매가 같이 요 말이야 단단히 그 대패로 봐 제대로 돼요.
So the previous Sangdor Rinpoche, I mean, actually, he died, but he was not actually, tortured or something like that by the Chinese.
He just passed away.
Yeah, he just passed.
And did any of his brothers join the resistance?
Pala ki ta tende pinja puch yorwa, dige yang chu chikanda ngolo jange da lemile ngolo jange na la ya juyu res.
지요 말이야. 그런 그런 데 단다 콤바테도 재미가 콤바테도 그러니까 레제바 장자래샤 바게래 나주 가서 그래 릴레야 근데 가사 사로 나가서 자갈치 대사 지워야지 가사 그 룸발 대샤 재미가 레제바 대시 제 대샤 그 메동 별시 동네들 정네들 말해샤 angama yige koyi yasho nile ngade dedi osilla mazu chipu yosi.
So actually, my brothers didn't join the resistance. In fact, they were nowadays the Chinese officials. They were given some job in Tibet. Once actually, I wrote a letter to them, and to call to India. So they said that they are happy there, and they actually didn't come.
They didn't come because they were happy.
Yeah.
Are they still alive?
They are still alive.
kuzu pogu chi se na ni de da da chen me mo bo re cha cha zai mo le zai ni jaga sangjang le yo cha zai se na jaga sangjang le yo wa.
So near they are staying very near to the Indian border there in Tsakhalowa.
sangjang le yo.
They had babies. They had children.
Okay.
So I think they have become a big family now.
And can he tell us anything that he can tell us about his experiences up until 1957 when he left? If he can tell us anything else that he saw, experienced, or just anything else that he witnessed.
제가 지루지동 국정업 중 없지. 없지 받으라다. 없지는 발아 쳐도 배워. 쳐도
nga maze ko na nga jagal le char da jami ko mage chiti ton de nga sel he char
없지 마신 거네.
nga maze ko na inda nga ngagulo nga sa sho ro ba nga ngani nga le
아주 많이
nga che jagal he tela niyo jagal ba de dalake phando pharendo pharena ma bi ko yo teni del jaga jaso yache phare de tinne pala dala o rodro wa te pala de tinne o jami ga nga zo triba ga zingso 자살티 전원을 주 다디 강가때 질매바 소샤르티.
So actually he was doing business at that time, he actually came to India in 1951-52, and he was doing business between India and Phari,
Phari.
Yeah. And he used to take things from India to Phari. From there he used to take something from Phari to India. So in the middle of that, Chinese caught us and they arrested us and put into prison in Lhasa.
He was in prison in Lhasa?
Yeah. Pala simje Lhasa chura.
Lazima tu.
Yeah.
Ngachu do leo.
Pala ke
Ye to so kan kasin Lhasa chura.
My friends who were doing business with us, they were actually arrested. I somehow managed to escape to India.
He escaped to India. What happened to his friends? Does he know?
I actually escaped through the jungles,
And this was when he finally escaped. He stayed there. Yeah, was that it? He didn't come back after that.
And then after that I didn't go back to Tibet.
Natella Kasharo, I think, not so Jagal.
So at that time, then I could not go back to Tibet because then at the border, the Nathula Passage, the Chinese were there.
So going back to when his friends were arrested, can he just describe what that was like? Like what happened? Were they intercepted by a convoy? What actually happened?
Candice chur that
did
they
he get
gamit
away?
into Candice tour. Any pala Candice.
Lembaton Sajore.
La.
Tumuno Lembaton Sajore. Lembaton al Tadija Mucho Silla. Tatinol Gilamo, which Tenor Gapodua. Could some do what to get the Nangacento sing at Joro or take Jamin Pod one. Then the Jammy then Mesomazi. Another Z Maturia, Mato, Yangazi, Lhasa Pate, the Kanga.
At Chimdutang,
Lembaton.
at Lembatong, it is in Tomo. There, actually they were taking rest, and these.
They were resting, did you say?
Yeah, taking rest.
Uh-huh.
They sort of job there, wa.
Gapo there,
Yeah, so they were taking rest there, and then these Tibetans were with the Chinese, they informed the Chinese, and then suddenly Chinese came from there, and actually my friends were arrested. I somehow managed to escape to the jungles.
Well, does he know what happened to his friends?
아니 저보다 든저다 수수기 저보든저 dobzang 든저로 가 중요면 제일 하고서 했어.
Patin the Lhasa tin Richiri in Cellas.
Richirinya.
Richiri.
So they were taken.
Ponzo Singagio, only Chandimbacho, Koni Cellas. I met
So they were taken to Lhasa, and later one or two I met in India. Yeah, they managed to escape to India.
They escaped from prison?
Yeah, two. Konzo that journey to
Tomberta.
No.
General Lomabuzuro, Logi the Zensu, the Nitomba in Sara, Tondila and the Kalachi.
Yeah, actually they were released after 1 year or so, and then they escaped to India.
Can you describe what it was like to see them again?
konzo yangyo tu cheni karu samjas. Konzo yangyo tu wa jagala.
Kutu tu na de gata che de ro na zo. Jami de dukta che de ro wa. Page yapure se ne kutu page de ro wa. Ko page maya jana ne chi do le jagal le ro. Dale la ma jagal le ro.
Pala kerang chornang kanderu chons konzo tu to goda.
Gabuju.
I was really happy to meet them again.
What did he say about His Holiness?
So, of course, we will be very happy because the Chinese were, they were actually torturing the Tibetans there, So since we managed to escape to India, we should be really happy, And on top of that, His Holiness the Dalai Lama is also in Tibet. He's also in India.
Tell what happened when he escaped through the jungle? What happened after that?
제가 다 드네 발라 신나네 마 조용을 와. 근데 가르쳐 드두 가르치 녀용서 다서 수수기 냠용 가르였어.
Didi no nuchi mere, 신나지를 되어라. Didi 나 슈치부터 따라요로 뒤바로와. 뒤슈를 로도로와. 같이 니만 이제 칼라면은 저것도
So at that time I was really strong enough, So even without food for 2 days, I didn't feel hungry.
Wow.
저거 도움은 둘라디디 가 세계함도 신나질 따요르시요래 무게요르시요래 도모는 젤레오딜이야 가 무게라 두 마주 따라 두 마주 꾸주 코로토제로와 이진도 벌써 왔다지.
So actually I was very strong. I didn't feel hungry. And it was very lucky that I came through those jungles because I was told that there are tigers, gorillas, So
you didn't see any tigers?
I didn't meet any.
No, good. What happened when he got to the Indian border?
자가산삼레는 가르쳤었어.
자가산삼은 신나질 중으로 와. 나 멋이 봐요라. 간도 레찬다 나 멋이 봐요라. Kanya bo nga no yoro wa.
kana bo nang ibe
No yoro. Bidi toza ni yoro.
al phone chong che yong de gang do le ba
Tongbu gang to le ro wa. Dini ma kanya bo le nga chu kanya bo le nge chopen de ge komba no bare. Bidi toza ni no re. Ko ge simu de nge jime re. Ota ko tishu de nga do de ora. Ani shul tin the tishu de ka kai go ma tin cha re.
so actually after I mean escaping to India through Gangtok, you know, so then he knows those place, you know, because he was doing business, you know.
So he was very familiar with
Yeah,
the
he
area.
was very familiar with the area, and then from there he came to Kalimpong, where his master, should I say master? Huh?
Yeah,
His master, trade master.
trade master.
Yeah.
I see.
Like his boss?
Yeah, his boss. His boss has bought a two-story building, and I came there to stay. And actually, the sister of the boss was my wife.
Became his wife at that time.
Ah.
We want to clarify something that he said earlier about walking on the money stones. Was that Chiang Kai-shek's people, or was that the communists who were doing that?
I'm ready.
제가 다기 먼저 개미도 좀 많이 가는 공부 자기도 나와. 진짜 그냥 장기시 개미든 줄 마셔 개미든 줄.
마쇼.
They were
공부하다.
the red Chinese communists.
They were the communists doing that. Okay.
디비디에 고 좀 마쇼 들이. 고 공바자 로로 와. 첸조 생에 지어로 와. 어디.
Chentu like the Pemirwa.
예, 뱀물이.
Yeah, so they were actually along with the Chinese were along with the Tibetans, you know, the poor Tibetans whom they have, I mean, actually, you know, brainwashed to go against the rich Tibetan people, you know. So those are the people who also walk.
The Tibetans were also doing it as
Yeah.
well. Ryan, do you have a question?
잠이 고쳐 놓는 진들아. 첸조고 놓래 잠이 정디고 요러 와. 에 고쳐 슈치고 차러 와. 되니 가서 두고 지원서 어디리 맞죠? 두고 지야도 잠이 야소들 와고.
Actually, these poor Tibetans were instigated.
Mhm.
Instigated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instigated
It wasn't
by
really
the-
their
Yeah.
initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Pala, we're going to go back a little bit to this time period, and could you ask him, was there tension between the poorer Tibetans and the richer Tibetans during this time when the communists? He's asking whether there was tension between the Tibetans who agree to do these kinds of things, the Tibetans who were agreeing to, walk on the money stones, and the other Tibetans who were not doing what the Chinese were telling them. Was there tension between those two groups? The Tibetans who were willing to go along with the Chinese and the Tibetans who were not willing.
제가 단다디 이제 티베트에서 capshi this caviar 아니 다 증조를 이제 지겨워 permitten 다 개미 코바 장샤베 permitten 콘주 많이 간 동에 든죠 엔다 아니야 미축부 든지 파라리아 아니 지게 디여베스 쿤징 여베스 쿤징 소저베스
추부데네 디토싱에 대해 단다 추지고도 놀래요. 첸조가 내 잠일가 대여 파일라. 고슬 잠이게 아니 야부치기 요러 와. 누가 땅들에 대단다. 첸조싱에 지요러 와. 디토싱에 지요러 와. 디토싱에 무슨 침부로 보고로 와. 디주강갈 맨다 코야 요러 파밀리 코야 요래. 아니 아메리카게 딜 유로와 아주 짧은발라. 때 맨다 유버와 양완의 유버에 디니디나는 디 가르소그래 네네 브리켄 유버에 유버에 동부대 가서 치중을 라버에 니빠데 자미하고 지네 자미를 쇼스어 자미 메모보로와 그 코드 갈지 두모로와 나도 메모보 메발라 치중을.
So at that time the Tibetan who were with the Chinese, between them and the the rich Tibetans, they actually there must be some tension. So they actually went to the hills.
The richer Tibetans went
Yeah,
to the hills.
they actually have guns with them,
They were arming themselves against the poor
Yeah.
Tibetans.
Yeah, and then later, actually, these people actually joined the Chuchikangro's soldiers, and they also got
the richer people.
yeah, they also got arms and ammunition from the Americans. They dropped machine guns and other arms and
There's a
ammunition.
pressure cooker running.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, this lunch is getting ready. It's
Chiba
not
don't need
gonna
to
be
touch.
on the whole time. They're just
Cage
like off
cold.
Okay, good. I thought I was losing battery.
No.
디 이제다.
The pressure cooker.
We're good.
And
Smells good.
Asfala, did he? Was there any problem with the nationalists before the communists came into his
Kuomintang.
area in Kham? Was there any problem between Tibetans and the nationalists?
The Chang,
What was-
like Chang Shek people.
I mean, he's Kuomintang actually.
That Jimmy, the Mao the Malay Kone, Kuomintang, and Pebe Parala, mixing the Nyota Yorves.
노타요 말이 태어나요, 태어나. 고민다다가 저 치치어봐라.
So actually, there was no tension between the Kuomintang and the Tibetan at that time. Actually, they were, sort of friends.
Really?
They do the same religion.
They were practicing Buddhism.
Kunzukare Nangjo Chigorwe.
너 막지, 나저지. 담바샤자 도바지.
So they were actually following Buddhism. It was pointing towards
Buddha.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Oh, interesting. So when he came in to Sikkim at that time, yeah? He came to Sikkim.
Yeah.
And so how long did he stay in Sikkim and what did he do there?
That Pala Yongdo in Sikkim Choni or
레싱이지.
Sikkim la Yuringli Shues.
로 모부 대살, 로 대제 대살. 생이데 칼레분이라. 생이데 칼레분이 작아라 와.
So Sikkim and Kalimpur are very near to each other. So
로 대제.
actually, I stayed there for 7 years.
For 7 years. What did he do there?
Karachi, they Karachi.
진짜 내가 내가 따르쇼 내가 제대라.
So
기쇼.
I was going after the mules for transporting things.
He was trading within Sikkim.
Now Sikkim Nanglo Raya.
놀러래.
So he was actually within Sikkim. He was doing transporting things and all that.
And then when did he decide to come to Balakupi?
And Balakubil ma yong kadu tacha wes yong.
벨코반은 마유공은 칼레 칼카달데. 칼카달은 마제진이 데도. 이 마제 로송데. 디니 야도 마민 로샤. 22 마민. 마민은 로시앙아데. 디니 마 디스트릭트 벨코반.
So before coming to Balakupi, I was in Calcutta. At that time, I was working as a cook for 3 years. And later, I joined the army. 마민은
로시앙아 쇼이. 쟁아데.
In army, I spent around 15 years, and after that, I got discharged, and then I came to Balakupi.
And his parents, did they join him in India?
And Palaki, Pamazo, and Jela, Jagala, my pesos, two pesos.
수치투요 말에. 빈자요 말이야 파마요. 파마는 이제 시산. 빈자 시요로 보시 pomo시요로 와. 아니 pomo치아데 나마탱에 들려. 부대요 콜. 찔레 용하면.
So actually, I was alone in India. I saw nobody in India, and I later came to know my parents passed away.
So nobody took his advice to come out when he was trying to persuade people, his family, to come out with him, and nobody listened to him.
Just the Palaki Mahasho, Ladi Palani Chedol Peva,
몰래.
Didi Mahasho, Ladi Suje Nyima says.
네 마소.
Nobody.
말에 제도 말에 디디 나다 디슐 용어로 와. 다 추설 갈래갈래 야 대는 야 보여래. 에슬 나오는데. 고츠 치 대도 와. 치 대는 자자이 바도로 대도 와. Zaine teni jamigen, Jinti Tonsharava, Teni Kasha.
So actually, at that time, when I first saw the Chinese torturing the Q village, I informed my parents that now Chinese are actually, they are treating us really bad, so you better try to leave the country. He said like that. But then later, they came up to Zayu, the border, Then they were stopped there by the Chinese soldier.
Oh, so they did try to come, and then they were stopped and turned back?
And Konzo Pagela Kaje, Zayu Badule Jan Karwa Demi.
Cabre, that Jinti Ton de Mitoconton Yomara, Pando Chomare, Tsayum Chomare. Lansan Kasharava, and Tildani, Sachate, Combate, and the Chisha.
So during the liberation, actually they were not allowed to go here and there, so they were stopped at the border, and later they were given some house to stay in.
So in 1959 they tried to come out. Does he think about Tibet very much these days?
Things are very good, yeah, some of them are good. So I don't actually think about Tibet because His Holiness the Dalai Lama is here. I don't feel anything here.
And tell him that we ask everybody this question at the end of the interview. What advice does he have for the young generation of Tibetans? If they would listen to him, what advice would he have for them?
제가당 먼저 디 티베트에 타마 참만 구비어를 티베트. 아니 팔아면이 슌게조로 먼저 베베 슌게조여 봐. 미랍사와 쳐 봐. 디게들아 저랑 기문에 랍자 가르쳐기요. 랍자 가르쳐ම්도요. 랍자.
나자 저매. 나자 전내가 매발한테. 나에면이 이데야 부주고 갈라다 개겐다 지나 아등에 거들로 자저조로 와.
민기 여외는 랍자 가르쳐ම්도요.
내가 얘 니치야 부지고래. 에서 이나불로 소왔다 그래서 베론생게 된다들라네. 슈다 그래서 어딜러지로.
So actually I don't have any advice, but nobody will listen to us because we are not educated. I'm not a teacher or something like that. Anyway, I would say if anybody listens, I would say that you should really work for your country, try to get back your country, listen to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and practice your religion.
Good advice.
That's all. I don't remember any other.
That's good advice.
That's good advice.
Yes.
And I love Japan.
And I have one more question for him. Where could we find a piwang?
Piwang Khanera.
Is there one here?
피어때는 딜리라 그래. 디사가사. 태완아 마드라고 말해.
Mardido Piwang Piwang.
Okay, tell
Tell him
him
we're
if we
going
find
to
one, we'll
find
bring it back.
if we find one, we're going to bring it back here. Would he play for us if we found one?
Just casing also the chick Piwang Jara in a pala deki him with chick tangim best.
어떤 것도.
Of course.
That would be great. Do you have anything?
이제 시등에 지와 지지대 등에 되면다.
Please bring good Piwang.
We need a good quality piwang.
제제 세대에 되는 거 티슈인데.
First of all, well, let me test this one out, and then not so much about religious life because we've got so much about that already. But like, we asked him this question and he didn't answer it, so I'm just wondering if he has any remembrance of this. But could you ask him, were there any stories or legends attached to his area, related to his area where he was brought up? Does he remember any legends or stories?
Pala Kiranzugi that Lumba Jirava. Dilaya Java Yuviki and a doomed in the share US. Doomed in the
도시에 보고 콜레 도시다 내 말로 내 루트 스위트 야게 오 말에 갱게도 속 도시에 되어 보러 나한테 dim 로춘 주러 와 도시에 내 되어 말에.
So actually I don't know any stories, or something like that because I was very young at that time.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to the stories, usually the adults used to listen to the stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They didn't tell children's stories. Oh.
Could you tell Paula he was a wonderful interview and he has such a good memory, and it was really nice talking to him. Tell him how good it was.
그래서 다 발라 배 챔버든지 배하고 두스 아니 지금 아주 발라님도 계지 시제 빼면서 가고 총스 두 치나스
나설
Just